my socks in case they hate and we get popped. It's an everyday thing where I was bred. Pockets hungry, they get fed. Hood hot, so I fled. Then hustled your neighborhood instead. Making money's on my agenda. Rid this game of punk pretenders. R.I.P. the instrumentals. Player hating, don't affect us. Southwest side to be exact, where we keep hoes up on the track. Got the cheese, attract the rats. They contact feds, they act get clapped. Job done for.
Speaking of that, Clever posted something.
Right.
Shouts out to Clever.
Clever.
He posted something where he's talking about how the black artists and I guess just other races in general are making a mockery of the Mexican culture. Right? That's basically what he was talking about.
Right. I think he was talking about
your post, because I agree with what you posted. You said Cholos are the only ones with their own culture. All them years of rapping, we didn't do nothing but blow up black culture. I don't mean that in an ugly way, but we don't have our own identity. We always try to be discriminated, etc. Doing their thing. That's just my opinion. I agree with that because we do.
Yeah.
Me when I was an artist, I never bothered. I mean, I was proud of being Mexican, and I threw that as much as I wanted. But we always talk about this crew culture, which is not our culture. We always talk, throw the N-word around. That's not our word.
Right.
Never used SA, homie, any of that. And it's just, tell us more about your comment, because again, what you posted was like, fuck, I agree with him. We don't have our own culture, especially here in Texas. We don't.
Well, in that,
I mean, they have their own culture out there. So just to round up your whole comment, give us more of an insight of what you meant with your comment.
Well, in the message, he said something about if you're one of those Hispanics that's out there that bashes like cholos and shit and says like kind of like calls them corny for the way they dress and all that, is like, I thought about it and I was like, well, they're the only ones that have their own culture. Like they're like, for instance, like, and I'm not really a big fan of like a lot of cholo type rappers, because it's not, I didn't grow up listening to that, so it's kind of like I don't really vibe to it too much. Like, like now, like the newer ones, like King Little G and all them, they sound dope, like, for them doing what they're doing now. So they kind of switched it up, right? So he's kind of like another version of of the LA rapper. So anyways, this has nothing to do with him. We'll go on a whole nother tangent. But what I was trying to say was, but at least, whatever, like them or don't like them, they have their own culture. They dress how they want to dress. They dress how they dress. They dress how they started, the shit they started. They wear the clothes they started. And you know what? And it's always stolen from. You see now, like all the Jeezy and all these motherfuckers wearing Cortez. Man, that was a Mexican thing, bro. They weren't wearing that shit. They weren't wearing Chucks. They weren't wearing Dickies, Ben Davis. That was Hispanic shit. You know what I'm saying? The lowriders, all these motherfuckers be fixing up the lowriders and shit. That wasn't a black thing. That was a Hispanic thing. So, you know what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is that like them or don't like them, hate them, whatever the fuck, talk your shit about them, but at least they have their own identity. And what I was saying was, as a rapper from Houston, I could say this, is that my whole life I was blowing up a black culture. Like I was a screwhead, sipping syrup, dude, all this shit that Hispanics, that's not our culture. We're just putting grills in our, that wasn't our shit either. You know what I'm saying? So we're doing all this shit. And like I said, they didn't want this to come off like it was a racist thing. Like, it's not a race thing. You know what I'm saying? I got black nephews, nieces, got cousins. Like, I got black people in my family. This is not a racial thing. It's a culture thing. Like, we don't own that. We're blowing up. And then also too, I started thinking about like all the rappers from LA that are really big, like Nipsey Hussle. He just passed away. Man, that nigga always dressed like a fucking cholo, bro. Like, he would wear the fucking Dickies with the fucking Chucks, with the fucking you know what I'm saying? Like, all that shit he would wear. And then Snoop does it all the time. He always wears the fucking Dickie suits. He always wears the Game be doing it. He wears, you know what I'm saying? He was sitting on top of some fucking Dayton's nigga on his fucking album cover when he first came out. Dre had nothing but lowrider cars in his videos. Dude, they big up the Mexicans from LA. They big up their culture. They respect it. They, you know what I'm saying? They push it. And then, but in Houston, if you ask any of the popping ass black rappers right now, and you tell them who's the top 5 Mexican rappers, they can't name nobody. They're gonna say South Park Mexican, but they're never gonna say you know what I'm saying, Pancho Villa. They're not gonna say Hataproof. They're not never gonna say Stunner. They're not gonna say Chingo Bling. They're not gonna say none of these people. So we spent, and that's what I was saying. We spent our lives blowing up their culture, but they have no respect for us anyway. That's what I
Yeah.
was trying to say.
Nah, yeah. And you're so right with that. One of the things that I've been wanting to do with my platform, and again, like you said, it has nothing to do with race, but I do get a lot of artists, a lot of black artists that hit me up, and then they're like, I even had a comedian that was like, "Oh, I don't think I fit your demographic based on your pictures, because most of the interviews that I do are with Hispanic artists."
Yeah.
And that's not a bad idea, man, because you have radio stations in Houston. I ain't gonna say no names, but you have radio stations in Houston that show love to that culture, to the African American artists, and they pick and choose what Hispanic artists they want to show love to. So my idea was like, we're not picking and choosing. We're bringing anybody. We've had people that fucking get 20 plays. You know what I mean? And it's like, the idea is to bring light to the Hispanic artists. So for a while, I was sitting there contemplating, like, should I make this a platform just for Hispanic artists? But then, based on the times we live in, if I do that, you're gonna get the whole reaction of, oh, it's a racist show.
Yeah. Well,
shit like that.
Well, the thing is that they don't need us. We need us. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't need our platform. We need our platform, because they don't need us. They can go to any platform because they have tons of them. We don't have tons of them. So it's like, we need, if we're gonna survive, then we need our own platforms. They don't need our platforms because they have plenty of them. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, they don't need our. The thing is too, man, is like, all these rappers that are huge, Slim Thug, Kiki, I don't care who it is. I guarantee you 90% of the people that bought their albums were Mexican.
Yeah.
Guaranteed. I don't give a fuck what nobody says. Mexican people buy all your shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you can't even name 5 Mexican rappers to name your fucking nothing. Like, you couldn't do it.
Yeah.
And like I said, and that's not like I said, man, it's not a black or Mexican thing. It's just a we need to start investing in our own culture and putting our own culture on and pushing forward our own culture, because, you know what I'm saying? Because if not, you know what I'm saying, 10 years from now, nobody's gonna ever know that I ever existed. And that's sad to me, because I fucking spent a long time trying to do something, and to not be known in 10 years, not even 10 years, 5 years, I'll probably be done with. And you know what I'm saying? And not that I ever did it, but that's the thing. I never got the real money, and I never got the real whatever I wanted. But you know what I'm saying? But at least let me have the legacy. And I guess that's what I'm saying, is that the only way we're gonna build a legacy is if we build our own culture.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? And I think that's what I was trying to say. And it had nothing to do with black. Like I said, I it's not a racist thing. It's you know what I'm saying? It's a culture thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? We're not gonna survive, bro. Like, when the times, you know what I'm saying? When people look back at Houston, like Houston rap, we're not gonna remember when Houston had its real big time, when it was real big, and it was Slim Thug and all of them were popping. Mike Jones, Power, all them. Only Chingo was on there. What about everybody else? Like, you know what I'm saying? What about all the other people? Like, what happened to us? Why didn't they?
See, around that time, I bought a DVD called Money, Power, Respect. It was a blue DVD.
Yeah, I remember it.
Huh?
I remember it.
And I don't know if you remember this part when somebody on there was saying, it was a Hispanic artist from Cali. I can't remember his name, but he said, basically what you just said right now. He said, when the Mexican dude wakes up in the morning, he gets up and he's like, hey, I'm going to go buy this new Snoop Dogg CD. Hey, I'm going to go buy Dr. Dre CD. Right?
Yeah.
But you don't have a black dude waking up saying, I'm going to go buy Hataproof CD. I'm going to go buy Chingo Bling CD.
No.
Like, it's very rare compared to how many Mexicans actually support that culture, like you said.
Yeah.
I wanted to add that to the comment. Yeah, you're right. Like, you support them a lot, but you don't have that platform waking up every morning looking forward to buying or streaming, GT Gardner's album and shit like that.
Yeah.
Another thing that I wanted to add to was the comment of the Cholos having their culture, and it's fucking perfect timing, because I'm looking into getting in touch with David Gonzalez, and I want to interview him. I want to talk about the homies. That was a fucking culture of its own, and it was from California.
Yeah.
I posted the picture this morning just to see how many people were still interested in that idea.
The homies.
And homies were everywhere. They had shirts, they had posters, they had stickers, they had the figures.
Yeah.
But when I lived in the valley, it was more popular because I guess we got more of a. I'm not gonna say totals, but it's more Mexican down there. Once I came over here closer to Houston, people weren't really big on it.
You
But again, that shows how the Cholos do have a culture because they have their own little figures, they have their cartoons that the normal Hispanic artist doesn't have.
but you know
Or
why? But you know why the Cholos didn't why the homies didn't survive a long time here in Houston? Because we think we're black.
there you go.
So we're like, man, I don't want a fucking shirt with a bunch of motherfucking Mexicans on there looking like cholos and shit with nets in their hair and fucking wearing the fucking flannels with one button and shit. Like we make fun of it. Like Mexicans from Houston make fun of it. They see a Mexican walking with the long ass socks with the Cortez and they're like, and it's like it's funny or they make fun of it or like we're better than that. How the fuck we look any better, man? We got grills in our fucking mouths. We got the DJ Screwface with the line in our shit. We stole the fucking we stole their look and we run with it and we think we're cool because we're doing their look when they don't give a fuck about us. And then, but we're making fun of our own because they have their own thing. Like, and that's what I'm trying to say. Like like, you know what I'm saying? Like we make fun of our own people, bro.
Speaking of the Cholos and the homies,
The
you know what I'm
homies,
saying?
yeah.
There you go. With the
And you know
button
what?
up and shit.
The funny thing is, was as a youngster, like whenever I was like in middle school, we would wear Dickies and Converse, and I would wear like the flannels and shit. And then the older I got, the farther away I got from it.
Same. I remember wearing Cortez, like you said, Ben Davis,
Yep.
Dickies. I had fucking the black Cortez, the white Cortez, and then as I got older, I started buying Jordans. So again, that goes back to
Jordans, starching my jeans.
start this whole different image and pushing a different culture. So yeah, man, I really wanted to talk about that because like I said, I agree with your point, and I don't know if a lot of people think of it that way or a lot of people see it that way or don't want to talk about it because it becomes a race thing.
Yeah, and that's why like I never wanted to come across like it's a race thing. I'm making it. I was trying to say it like a like our legacy as Hispanics is not gonna survive if we constantly push down everything we do. You know what I'm saying? Like if we
Yeah,
constantly make fun of everything that, you know what I'm saying? Whatever, dude. Like if we don't rep it, then it's not gonna matter, bro. Because you know what I'm saying? They're not, dog. They don't need our help to be popular. That's what I'm trying to say. They're popular already. They don't need our
yeah.
help. But us, you can't name too many Hispanics that are popular. Like you really can't. And then the Hispanics that should be popular, they should have been skyrocketed. They're not right now that they should have been there. You know what I'm saying? The Coast should have been on farther than he
Long.
is. He's a fucking amazing artist. He should have been on farther than he is. Clever, he's really good, yeah, and he's young. He has a good look. He should be bigger than he is right now. Doman, he's the shit. He's really good. He's fucking badass. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like, there's Eternal's great. He's still making music. I mean, like, there's so many good artists, right? But it's like, man, they fight for every fucking little bit, dog, that they can get, and it's like shouldn't be like that when the fucking amount of Mexicans that live in Houston is more than any other race. Like, why in the fuck are we battling, nigga? Like, we should be
What,
on top.
what do you think that is? Why do you think it's
Because we don't like
such
each
a
other.
limit to how much these artists grow here in Texas?
Man, honestly, I don't know who's popular right now, so I don't know how. I can't say how did they get there. I know GT was one of the last one I was in. And GT was really starting to pop, and I know even when I was already out, he was popping a lot. Like he was already having some good songs. I remember he had a song with Zero. How long ago was that? I don't know. It was
Couple
long.
years.
Okay, well, around there I started seeing that he was really, and even back then when I would perform and stuff, he would go perform at the same show too, and he'd have a big crowd, and I'd be like, wow, GT's really doing it. And then so and I think like but GT was getting it because lyrically you couldn't get him out of there. Like lyrically you couldn't you you had to respect that he was a good rapper because he was a really good MC, and you had to respect that and like, you know what I'm saying? So it didn't matter. Like you see a Hispanic face, whatever. But once he started rapping, you're like, oh, it's undeniable. It's just like Snow. You couldn't deny her because she was just so good at rapping. Like, so it was like it doesn't matter that, oh, some Hispanic chick, whatever, and then she starts rapping and you're just like, okay, never mind. She's badass.
Yeah.
Like, so it's like lyrically they're fucking. But the thing is that there's so many subpar rappers of every other race, and they're fucking huge. but they're not even good, but they're huge. Why do they got so much support? And then it's like there's rappers that are way better than that. They don't get no support like that. And you know what I'm saying? And then that's the thing, right? And then and then that's another thing too. That's the double-edged sword with the Tekashi shit is because for him to be on top, for him to be getting those kind of numbers, he has to do some fucked up antics to even be there. Why can't a artist be there based on how good lyrically he is? Why does he got to be a dumbass?
Yeah.
Why do you got to do dumb shit? Why you got to wear dresses? Why do you got to do this? Why you got to why does it have to be all that? Like, in my time, we liked an artist for being a good rapper, and we liked the creativity of the music, the content, whatever the fuck we liked, and that was the reason why they were on to us. And now it's like, the bigger of a dumbass they make of themselves, it's like, woo! You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, there's no morals in rap anymore. There's no moral value in it, bro. Like, nobody's saying anything real. And half these kids, these new young kids, look, dog, the gangster shit ended in the fucking 90s, bro, when we were in the 90s and we were in the 2000s. And it all ended around that time. Everybody that was ever fucking really, really gangster went to prison. They're just now coming home, and they don't want no parts of this shit. And these niggas that, you know what I'm saying, they talking all that talk. Man, you don't know nothing about this shit, little boy. You know what I'm saying? Like, shut the fuck up. Like, you know what I'm saying? Portraying the image to try to be, but they don't know nothing about it. You know what I'm saying? That shit's over with. All the gangster shit is done, bro. The gangsters are done.
We are the voice of the underground.